Hi, it's Jamie Blair here with Tahoe Real Estate Group. I'm here at my beautiful Squaw Valley listing, the Squaw Valley penthouse. If you have any questions about Lake Tahoe real estate or Lake Tahoe rentals, we'd be happy to help you out anytime. We've got a great reference for vacation rentals, and obviously I'm here to help you with anything that you'd like to purchase in Squaw Valley, Truckee, or Tahoe City areas. Today's video is going to be a little bit complicated when it comes to 1031 exchanges. Not the most exciting topic today, but I think it's very necessary considering that 85% of my clients are 1031 buyers or sellers. And that means, what is a 1031 exchange? It's basically selling a property that is held as an investment and deferring the tax or the capital gains tax. So it's not a tax-free exchange, it's a tax-deferred exchange. Now let's say you purchase a property for $1 million, next year you sell it for $2 million, you have a capital gains of $1 million, and what do you do with that? Either you're going to pay the capital gains or you're going to defer it by doing a 1031 exchange. And for the topic that we're talking about today, and the easiest topic that I know, is that it's a Tahoe vacation rental. So let's say you own a Tahoe vacation rental. Again, you sell it, you have the $1 million, the $1 million capital gains. The best thing to do would be to turn it into another property, which is a little bit bigger, a little bit better, but used for the same reason. So let's talk about 5 things you need to know about 1031 exchanges. 1031 exchanges have been around since 1922, and it's basically the 1031 tax code of the IRS. What it means is it's a tax deferred and not a tax. It's not tax-free. You're going to have to pay it if you sell out. So the number one thing that's a misconception is that it's tax-free exchange, and it's not. You're going to have to pay it. The hitch is if you die and you give the property to your beneficiaries, they don't have to pay the capital gains. So let's say you buy it for $1 million, they sell it for $10 million. You've got $9 million in capital gains. You die, then it goes to your beneficiaries. They have a new tax base of $10 million, but they don't have to pay that capital gains. That's why they say swap till you drop. So that's number one. Number two is that if you sell your property and you're buying something, it has to be like kind. They love the term like kind, and for the purpose of our conversation, you're buying a Tahoe vacation rental and it has to go into another Tahoe vacation rental. There are some times that there's some time periods and some rules and regulations as to how much you can use it, but for the sake of this conversation, let's assume that you've got like kind, meaning Tahoe vacation rental, into another Tahoe vacation rental. Number 3, most important, you sell a property that you've been renting, you need to set up a qualified intermediary. That means the person that holds your money. That money, once you sell your property, cannot go into your bank account. If it does, you lose the 1031, you can't do it. So before you sell your property, while you're in escrow, you need to set up a qualified intermediary, and we've got a great guy for that to set you up. The costs are really actually not that much. They're probably under $1,000 to save you a ton of money. So the number 4 is the time frames that you have. So let's talk about those. 45 days. So once you sell your property, you have 45 days until you need to choose 3 properties. So 45 days, you have to choose 3 properties. Now, of those 3 properties, in 180 days, you need to close. Now, if it's 180 days, it happens to be on a Saturday and you're not closed, doesn't matter. You need to close the property that you're purchasing within 180 days, or you forgo the 1031 exchange. So again, lots of rules, lots of regulations, and this is kind of the tip of the iceberg that we're talking about here, but that's very important. So 45 days. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is number 5, and that is you need to hold title in the same name. So say Bob Smith owns the beginning, the one he sells. In order to buy, he needs to be on title as Bob Smith as well. So little intricacies, not that big of a deal, pretty easy to do. The most important thing is that you need to set up a qualified intermediary before you purchase your next property. So this topic, or this video, has been slanted mainly towards Tahoe vacation rentals, which is what we do, and we've got a great resource for rentals. If you have any questions about rentals, 1031 exchanges, or purchase, please give us a call anytime. We'd love to help you and explain it a little bit further. Thanks again.